Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next answer or next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice series. So the question we are going to discuss today is discuss the factors responsible for low production of pulses, low production and productivity of pulses in India, and also discuss the strategies adopted for enhancing pulse production. So this question was again asked in 2024 civil services examination, that is agriculture optional paper of civil services examination of 2024. So it becomes important for us, and I have discussed various questions like this previously also, and I think these types of questions have been asked before also, and I think it is this question on a easier side, and I think most of the serious UPSC aspirants who are preparing with agriculture options would have been easily able to do this question. And if you are also not an agriculture optional aspirant, then also you should be able to do this question, because these types of questions can be asked in GS3, okay, where agriculture is a part. So let's start. So you can introduce by writing something about pulses, by writing something about pulses, such as how pulse is good for our health, how pulse can enhance in environmental sustainability, how it can be helpful in sustainable development. You can also add some data also, such as how India's uh, per capita pulse consumption has decreased. Per capita pulse consumption in India has been decreasing trend, so that can be a problem. We can also add the things such as, for example, in 2016 there was UN year of pulse. I think, I'm not sure, but I think it is 2016, and it was also asked previously also when this year was celebrated as the International Year of Pulses. So these are the some of the things, and there are various other things also, how which you can introduce, by which you can introduce or your answer, by which you can write a couple of lines about those things and introduce. Now let's move to the body of the question, which is the important part. That is, what are the factors? What are the factors responsible for low production and productivity of pulses? So there are several factors, but I will discuss the important 5-6 factors here, which you can incorporate in your answers. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, the green revolution and shift in farming practices. Before green revolution, pulses, millets, all these things were a good part of Indian agricultural scenario. But after green revolution, what happens? Due to the high increase of production of rice and wheat, the production of rice and wheat increased rapidly. So the areas which were previously under pulse cultivation decreased rapidly. Okay, so what happened? So this led to the low production of pulses, and obviously the productivity of rice and wheat increased, and the pulse was not able to compete with these crops in terms of production, in terms of market income. So that is why it was neglected. Second, lack of policy support. For example, you can see in MSP, the government has a partial from the historical trends of MSP. When you see the historical trends of MSP, the rice and wheat or other cereal grains, that is generally rice and wheat, is more preferred in MSP. Their procurement is on higher trends, in high amounts they are procured. So all these things you will see that the rice and wheat in MSP, they are generally favored. That is why it also lead to the reduction of production of pulses. Okay, market access and price fluctuations. We all see that the price of pulses fluctuate very rapidly. Sometimes it will be 160 per kg, and after a month it can decrease to 100 per kg. So it is also a problem, because first of all its production is low, and there are fluctuations in market prices, and most of these benefits of these prices are taken by middlemen instead of farmers. The benefits of this price fluctuations, or whenever price rise is there, it is taken by middlemen, and the farmers do not get that benefit. So when you compare that a farmer is producing a hectare of, if a farmer has 1 hectare of land and he is producing pulses in the same hectare and rice or wheat in the same hectare, you will see that the farmers with rice and wheat will get more income. So market access is a problem, price fluctuations is a problem, pest and disease pressure is a problem, because we have not developed that much of varieties in pulses as compared to rice and wheat. So there are problems of pest, diseases, and the farmers which generally are producing pulses are generally of small and marginal farmers. So they are not able to effectively control these pests and diseases, and whenever there is a pest resurgence or something, all of their production goes into vain. So that is another problem. We have lack of high yielding varieties, as I have discussed, when compared to rice and wheat, which have hundreds of high yielding varieties present in the market today, where in pulse that is not the case. And if some varieties are also present, the farmers are not able to access to them, not able to access them. So these are the some of the problems. There is inadequate research and extension. Post Green Revolution, our focus was so much on cereals of rice and wheat that we ignored pulses, millets, and other things. Although in the recent trends, in the recent times after 2010, or you can so say that due to climate change and other things, you see that the trends are going to shift, and the pulses, millets, all these things are taken into mainstream now because they are more environmental friendly, they are more nutritious, they are good for soil health. But before, there was inadequate research and extension, and this will take time, this will take some decades to cope up the problems which we have created in last few decades. Soil health problems are there due to excess use of monocropping and green revolution of rice and wheat. Many areas which used to cater pulses before, where the pulses were produced before, are not able to give good production of pulses because their fertility has been highly deteriorated. The soil is highly polluted due to this monocropping. Water scarcity is another problem. Although pulses take less amount of water as compared to rice and wheat, but in the regions especially where pulses are grown, such for example in the Bundelkhand region, there is problem of water scarcity, and that is adding up the problems in production. So we are producing there, but the productivity is very low. Okay. So I hope you understand these points, and there are several other points also which you can add here. But as an answer writing perspective, I think for a 10 marker question, 5 to 6 points are enough, because we have to discuss the strategies also to enhance pulse production. So 5 to 6 points are enough, and if you want to add some other points, you can add here. You can try to add some examples. So there is always a scope of improvement, and it should be on you how you approach and how you add examples, how you add certain points. Okay. Now, let's move to the second part of the question, that is strategies to enhance pulse production. So, what are the strategies? First of all, we can develop various high yielding varieties which are not only developing but getting these high yielding varieties to farmers. Farmers could have access to high yielding of to these high yielding varieties. For example, I have written here one of the high yielding varieties of gram, that is Pusa 256. There are various high yielding varieties, you can add in examples. Market linkage and price support. Okay, recently you can see the most of the pulses are now covered in, most of the important pulses grown in India are now covered in MSP, but there should be high procurement of these pulses also. We should have price support. The government should link the farmers with markets. For example, there is ENAM, so there should be separate section of promotion of pulses, millets, and other things in ENAM. So all these things can be very helpful. Government initiatives such as National Food Security Mission, or you can say Poshan Abhiyan. So all these things which focus on the nutritional aspects of food. So here you can add pulses, because pulses are good in protein, they are good for sustainable agriculture, they help us in in replenishing the soil nutrients, especially nitrogen, through fixation. So all these things can be helpful. Training and extension should be provided, because many times what happens, the farmers have now forget how to cultivate proper pulses, because the generation which used to cultivate pulses are now gone, and the current generation is highly focused on the rice and wheat. So there should be provided extension that from pulses also you can gain good income, you can be, that can be more environmental sustainable. So all these things need to be trained to the farmers, and that should be extended to these things, because as the farmers are now growing rice and wheat from 2-3 decades now, so it is not easy to change their mindset to go for a new crop. So with proper training and extension, that could be done. Financial support and subsidies should be provided to the farmers, so that they can grow pulses, especially to small and marginal farmers who are highly in pulse, who are generally producing pulses. They should be given some subsidies, financial support, so that they can produce pulses. And other things also can be done, such as crop rotations can be done with pulses in it. Okay, there are various other factors which you can add, but these are some of the good factors which I thought should be included in your answer. So this is all for today, and you should conclude conclusion on you. I am not writing conclusion here. You should conclude by writing some positive statements such as how pulses can be good for environmental sustainability, how pulse increase of pulse production can be a good thing for the food security of India, the nutritional security of India. All these things can be any 2-3 points or any 2-3 lines can be added in conclusion positively. So that is all for today. I hope you understand how to approach this answer, and if you like it, please press the like button, please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis. रेगुलर बेसिस पे से वीडियोस बनाने के लिए काफी हार्ड वर्क लगता है. And if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.